against Real Madrid. They won 5-1 on aggregate against the defending champions. Up against them are PSG, who got the better of Aston Villa, and before that Liverpool, and they play a third English opponent in the knockout stage of the competition. Odegaard, young in his prime, Marquinhos, some might say, in the last few years of his senior career as a footballer, but let's be honest, he is on top of his game and he marshals the troops so well.
Absolutely, he'll have to bring all of that wealth of experience alongside Donnarumma and goal. Pacho and Hakimi in the defense line with the midfield of just the hunting backs. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves, all of them will want to make sure they control the Dembele, who's directly been involved in 10 goals. He will probably be the difference maker. With Desiree Doué, with his youth and exuberance, can score a few goals for PSG.
This promises to be cinema. Of course it is. It's the first leg of the semi-final of the Champions League, Arsenal versus PSG.
This match is brought to you by FedEx, UEFA Champions League.
Arsenal-ийн гараанд Duskelli, заалгачаар Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kivior, Duskelli, Odegaard, Rice, Merino, Ord, Saka, Trossard, Martinelli гол орчихсон байна. Тоглолтын хэм Францисийн клуб дээр үндэтгэл үзүүлж байна. За шүрийн дүрийн хамгийн ихний тоглолт Arsenal PSG-ийн эхлэнэ нэгөө.
The first of the 2025 Champions League semi-finals.
Манах маагүй. За тоглолтод оролцсон. PSG оролцсон. Ичүүрийн шугамар. Arsenal We talked a lot.
Oh, it is for both sides. I think Mikel Arteta's obviously asked the Arsenal fans to really create an atmosphere, and already you can hear that. But yeah, it's just about.
За шүрийн хамт хоёр баг хоёулаа гайхалтай хоёр баг хатсан байгаа. Нэг Real Madrid. За PSG мөхтэй Osman Dembele үзүүрийн давталч маш сайн тоглож байгаа даа.
So much attacking talent in this Paris side, and yet the 5 goals they scored over 2 legs in the quarter-final against Aston Villa were scored by their fullbacks.
And that's the concern, isn't it? That you look at the
Let's go, guys.
Change positions. They're all so dangerous, but then they've also got threats from fullback, from those third-man runs from midfield as well.
За Mikel Artetaгийн хувьд бол тоглолтын хэм маяг эдгээр юм жоохон Real Madrid бол маш сайн бэлдэж гарч ирсэн байсан. Өмнөх тоглолтоор Лигтэй ичсэн ер нь тоглолттой ер нь нэлээд амраасан.
Crucial saves in the quarter-final against Aston Villa.
За эзэн пас гэсэн. David Raya, Kivior, муу пас, алдаа. Чиерс маш муу пас. Hakimi нарасан. Хүч хамгааллаа. Прессинг хийлээ. Пасыг юм сайн уншлаа.
From his usual sort of 9 position of late.
Arsenal тоглогчоо алсан гэсэн Merino маш сайн өгч тоглож байгаа.
William Pacho to captain Marquinhos. Paris Saint-Germain enjoying much of the early possession. It's Vitinha. Wonderful season.
Баран зүртэй.
Slightly casual pass from Dembele, but retrieved by João Neves. The manner in which Arsenal beat Real Madrid in both legs.
PSG-ийн пассууд маш гоё амжилттай болж байна. Зүүн зүгтээ Кварад гараад авсан. Кварад хамгаалах хэрэгтэй дээ тийм ч өнөөдөр. Oh my god. Хис тусаг байхад гол алдах юм. Long.
And Paris Saint-Germain are in front.
Ямар том зай үлдээч вэ сая. Dembele.
Heads are shaking.
Шоо солон олоороо зогсон сая. Зар цай тоглоо. Энд тиймэр Кварад алсан. Гэхдээ Квара нүгэж амарсан. Квара харж байгаа л Дембелед өгсөн. Дембеле шууд солоолоор. Нилээн нарийн болон зочлоо. Ямар амар орон зөгч юм сая.
Ousmane Dembele, his 33rd goal of the season. He had actually gone 3 games without scoring after a run of hitting 24 in the previous 18 games. And Arsenal are rocked early.
Ингэж талбай дээр гол алдмааргүй байна.
Kick on Lewis Skelling. Well, Arsenal just have to try to clear their minds here.
Yeah, they do, and this is where you need your leaders. You could see Declan Rice straight away just saying, okay, calm down. Let's get back into what we know we've got to do, what our tactics are. But Luis Enrique would have actually said to Paris Saint-Germain, quieten the crowd as early as possible, and it's exactly what he's done.
It's an absolutely outstanding finish. Hakimi here with Merino.
Зүгээр залсан.
Bedlam in there. He has done the most wonderful job.
PSG хаалгаж ус ихний цохилт шууд амжилттай гол олчлоо.
This is Trossard for Arsenal.
Арсеналд хариу барих ёстой. Бүх хажуугийн шумар. Дэвскэл хожооноо төсөн. Merino сүлжлээ.
It's a mental test for Arsenal as well as a physical one now.
Yeah, it really is.
Нилээ эрт гол игээд.
It's a free kick.
Өөрийн өрсөлдөлийн даваад төлөө явчлаа шүү PSG. Тоглолт ийм бүрдэн гол орно гэж баг төсөөл өгөх хаа. Маш их гол хийлээ.
Well, I genuinely think he would have realised that taking on Paris Saint-Germain at this moment was going to be a step up from taking on Real Madrid at that moment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I think they obviously played them.
За саний тоглохоноос олж Арсеналын хамгаалал нэлээ сэрэмжтэй байх гол бол. Анхааралтай байхгүй болохоор нэг л баг зэрэг алдаа харахад шууд алдаа бол уучлахгүй гол оруулж байна. Тэгээ анхааралтай байх хэрэгтэй. Нилээ өндөр зэрэглэлийн хамгаалттай байх гол. Оранж үрээ. Дүй. Яа.
Hakimi, Vitinha. Little scooping ball in. See, that's what the left back is doing. Nuno Mendes.
Яа, дүй мич ямар ийгүү тоглож байна. Хүй, Rice. Манай хамгаалалт нэг л ийгүү нэлээ сандарсан харагдаад очив.
Nice ball from
Zunjure.
Marino forward.
Martinelli.
Martinelli. And it's slid behind.
За боломж
Marquinhos asking for yet more.
Боломжтой зөвхөн боломж шүү.
Parisians, it's a corner.
Much better from Arsenal though. That's where they can expose PSG because of those fullbacks that do go into those central areas. That's where the space will be left. If Arsenal can get the ball out wide, sure they can cause Paris Saint-Germain problems. Well, Arsenal's corner kick routine is familiar, but knowing what they're going to do or try to do and stopping them actually doing it are two different things. Goes forward the back. The delivery. Marino.
Yeah. Saka.
Taken away from him by Fabian Ruiz and because Hakimi was charging forward and Hakimi was fell.
What?
There's going to be a yellow card here.
Pindue. Yeah. Trossard.
Trossard's obviously having to get back and
Hakimi.
And it's just the little shove in the back. He knows that he's away.
Hakimi гүцэхгүй шүү
A lot of cover. Getting back, but yeah, it's the right decision from the referee.
So Trossard is booked, 10 minutes play.
Trossard шараа завчлаа.
0 Paris Saint-Germain 1. William Pacho. Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia. Dembele. Nightmare to mark because he just goes so deep.
Оранж үрээ дахиад PSG. Яа.
Little trundler is dealt with by David.
Амаргүй багчнэ.
On the memory of Ousmane Dembele looking rather like a fish out of the water on the flanks of Barcelona. Seems like a while ago, doesn't it?
It really does. I think since he went central for Paris Saint-Germain in that sort of false nine role, it just worked. You know, he drops in.
Ёо, Салиба юу хийгээд байна? Маа бүр нэлээд сандралтай байна.
And they have lost it. Ødegaard tried to help out his defensive partner William Saliba, but it was a Saliba error. Desiree Doué.
Жохон тайван байх хэрэгтэй. Нилээ бие барьсан харагдчих тоглогчид. Эсрэгээр PSG харин тайван маш тайван бөмбөгийг харж тоглож байна өөртөө.
Hakimi.
Илүү бөмбөгтэй бөмбөг зэмсэж байна PSG.
Well, the early signs for Luis Enrique are very, very good indeed, regardless of the fact that they're 1-0 up. They are controlling the tempo of the game and enjoying the vast majority of the
They so quickly. They've just got different ways to play. They can keep possession and play through the thirds. They can also counter so quickly.
And here's 2-8. Doubled up on him there, Martinelli and Lewis Skelly. It's Hakimi to Vitinha and Marquinhos. Dembele. Scalia. It's a corner kick off Urian Timber. There's magic in his boots.
Яараа юм дараа урднууд нь нэлээд өндөр темптэй тоглож байна. Ялангуяа Арсеналын тоглогч нь нэлээд сандралтай харагдаж шүү.
Due's bending ball in. It's not a very effective defensive header at all.
Ингэж олон цохилмаар байна. Marquinhos
just clips it in, so there's no
real
pace in the cross. He's got to try and
use
his neck muscles to generate that power.
PSG тоглох нэлээд аюултай явж шүү. За хаана үгийг нэлээд бэлгэлтэй болчихсон байна PSG-гийн тоглолтыг харахад бол Ливерпулийн эсрэг хийсэн гэсэн тэр тоглолт амар бэлдсэн мэс Энрике бол нэлээд сайн прессинг хийсэн. Прессинг гэсэн үр дүнгээ өгч байна. Алдаа гарлаа.
Played for Paris Saint-Germain, of course. Mikel Arteta in a loan spell from Barcelona, 5 goals in 53 appearances for the club.
За ялангуяа Салиба хамгаалтанд маш найдвартай тоглох гол.
It tells a story because there are teams around in world football. We'll return to this in a minute. There are teams in world football who don't want to have 33% possession. Indeed, they want to have 33% possession.
No, they're not. And that was the thing. Both of these teams like to have the ball. This is Timber's got to get closer to Kvaratskhelia. Allows him too much time and space, and you just feel like nobody goes to engage Dembele. Who is going to spaces? So difficult to mark. But yeah, both of these sides like to have the ball, so it was going to be interesting to see who would have more of it. But at the moment, PSG is certainly controlling things.
Гэтэ болоогүй. Тоглолт дуусхаас болоогүй.
Let alone in the tie, early days in the night. Paris Saint-Germain.
Дахиад Paris Saint-Germain тоглоо.
Indeed, here's Dembele.
Дахиад зүүн гараад өглөө Кавара. Timber нэлээд завгүй.
Three around him and he wriggles through and goes down, no penalty. Vincic immediately saying no, it will be
penalty.
Assistant referee Alan Borishak.
Газар өгсөн үү? Тоглолт хэвүүлсэн. За энэ Кавара хамгаалах нэлээд хэцүү шүү.
Header from Vitinha. Scoop forward by Saka.
Кавара зүүн зүг өгөх нь үнэхээр дийлдчих байна. Мангас байна. Timber бүр хариуд нь юу ч хийж чадахгүй байна. Oh no. Timber энэ чад шараад сах үедээ. Нэлээд ламархан харгалаад байна. За одоо түрүүчийн шүгийг 16 дотор унаасан нь үгүй гэдгийг татлаар үзүүлэх баг. За энэ бодлоо дарсан
There's an arm round, isn't there?
За энэ бол алдаа биш юм уу?
There's enough. I think it was a
Ялтаа
good
ялтаа
ball by the
шин.
referee. The skill is brilliant. He's got to be.
Энэ Кора яалчгүй 11 авах гэсэн зайлаа.
It's just probably not enough. He's maybe looking to go down. Yeah, he just takes his arm away in time.
Look at the position of the referee, Slavko Vincic. He could not be in a better position.
Brilliant.
Jambi drive for Arsenal with a long ball downfield. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha for William Pacho to Marquinhos. These two are as good a central defensive partnership as you'll find.
PSG дата бол PSG тоглолтыг харсан л амар ээ.
Fabian Ruiz.
PSG сүүл ижил хожигдсон байсан биз дээ. Эцэд тийм. Эцэд 3-1 дүүсэн. Тэрний наадс 1-1 тэнцсэн.
A little bit too much pressure. Well, I'd say it's a while since Arsenal experienced 20 minutes like this on home soil.
Absolutely. I just feel like they want to get the likes of Saka.
Одоо Arsenal явж аюултай тоглох хийсэнгүй.
But they just can't.
Timber is walking a tightrope here.
За Timber дахаар л өгөх хаа. Дараа дахин алдаа бол бараг л шараа үзэх үү яах вэ?
To get the ball, you may touch the ball, but you can't go through the man.
And the Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard is the recipient of the advice from the referee, and the advice will be along the lines of go and tell Timber if he does that. That's a long time to play.
Хамгаалтын гол үед өрнөсөн Арсеналын Сиснаад болсон байгаа хамсрын.
Gabriel unlikely to play again this season. It's a major blow for Arsenal, that an injury which actually came in a training camp in Dubai, a warm weather training camp.
Pacho Marquinhos. Declan Rice.
Rice for their ball into
Odegaard. Saka.
Still Saka.
Boy, Odegaard.
Odegaard just too high for Trossard.
Хитрхийдээ өгчлөө.
Referee's whistle.
Зүүн болж
байна. Disapproval at the decision. That's better.
Yeah, much better.
Semerinoгийн маш ухаал дамжууллаа. Odegaard-аас ирсэн пас харамгүй байлаа.
Saka came in field, dragged the fullback across, Mendes, and that left Odegaard. It was just, yeah, I think this was just the foul. Do it as well to get back, and this is the thing with this Paris Saint-Germain team. They're brilliant going forward, but they all put in the work right off the ball. Таслий. Шах. Яа. Үснэлээ талтгаатай л ах шиг юм да. Өдрийн тоглолт. Гол шүү. Мерино гоё. Saka. Timber. Saka.
Bodies forward now. Saka's Cross into the penalty area.
Martinelli.
Martinelli scooping it back in. William Pacho was there. Desiree Doué. Hakimi finding Doué's pass.
Гоё шүү. Lewis Kelly. Ашлаа.
Then fouling Yaltamar. And it's a free kick to the home
Lewis Kelly. Болж шүү.
He was brilliant. Miles Lewis Skelly there. Just uses his body so well. Just feels the nudge of Hakimi and goes down. What a brilliant player this young man is. So mature.
Just past the midway point of the first half. The last 3 or 4 minutes have been better for Arsenal. More possession inside Paris territory. Ødegaard for Arsenal, their captain. Those 4 red shirts bouncing behind the Paris defensive line. Reset and go again. And Ødegaard delivers, and it's nodded on straight into Donnarumma.
Okay, that's true.
From
Kivior,
who got himself a goal actually at the weekend.
Yeah, he's strong in the air, and you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to block off to just allow Kivior to get free. Gets himself free, but again, he's got to try and generate the power, and straight at Donnarumma, no problem for him.
Paris was, of course, the venue for Arsenal's only Champions League
Oi.
final when
Oi.
they were beaten by Barcelona. Red card, their goalkeeper didn't help.
Үгүй Сака тоглоод өгч. Над дээр. Brian Ruiz.
Definitely now more encouraging for Mikel Arteta's side. Their best spell of the game so far. Ødegaard.
Fabian Ruiz.
That's a shame. It's offside, Martinelli.
Yeah, it's frustrating that, isn't it, from Martinelli? It's a brilliant ball by David Raya. Yeah, just strays.
Oh, that's picked off.
Oi.
Ødegaard.
Ødegaard. Туслацсан.
The recovery by Nuno Mendes, who made the error. By João Neves, Vitinha for Marquinhos. 25 minutes in, that's the story so far. Parisian dominance. Hakimi charging forward. And Hakimi has done really well here, got the better of Kivior. João Neves. Kvaratskhelia.
Ёо, ийм болон за өмнөргийн наазалчудаа ерөн Timber.
Timber, yeah, it does, takes that deflection.
Яа.
Nobody wants to cut in field, but he's very capable going on the outside as well.
За PSG-ийн тоглоом үнэхээр аюултай юм байна. Үнэхээр аюултай. Kel Merino, Trossard, Martinelli, Lewis Kelly. Гоё pass. Trossard.
He'll be encouraged.
Yeah, definitely. It's just when they get into that final third, it's can they find the right pass? You know, Trossard's got himself into a decent position and just misplaces the cross. He's got bodies in there to aim at.
Timber with a scoop. João Neves. Dembele's touch.
За PSG-ийн бөмбөгтэй PSG-ийн тоглоо. За энэ тоглоом тэрэл таслахгүй бол Шүгийн 16 пункт ирэхлээр нэлээд аюултай болоод байгаа да PSG төлөө. За хойш. Салиба удахгүй шүү. Йоо. Салибаныг алдаа харах төгссөн. Лиг дээр бас нэг алдаа харгацсан шүү дээ. Одоо энэ Арсеналын хамгийн найдвартай хамгаалагч гэвэл Габриэл Магайлайс л да. Яа, PSG шахал үнэхээр сайн байна. Нэлээд өндөр шахал прессинг явуулж урд бол юу ээ. За тэгээд тоглогчдод Арсен Венгер үзэж байгаа юм байна тоглолтыг. Арсен Венгер дахиад гоё шүү.
One of the great figures of French football, one of the most influential people in the modern history of French football.
Манай босс. За үг байгаад ганц хоцох хэрэгтэй байна. Дүе.
Nuno Mendes.
Болчин.
Half an hour played, more or less, and it's not been the stuff of Mikel Arteta's dreams so far.
Хажуун шумаар. Одигард. Пачо найдвартай амгалж. Одигард тийм тоглолт хийх хэрэг байсан юм сайн.
Just swap flanks with Desiree for now. Lovely ball, Jean Neves. This could be dangerous.
Дахиад нэг ганцхан па ордуулж байсан бас нэлээд аюултай.
Flick off Marino. It's
Yo!
And on the return, it's Fabian Ruiz who hits.
Yo!
This could be so important. It's fortuitous how it falls to
Дүе 2-0 болгочихсон.
Onto his right foot, brilliant save, and he
Fabian Ruiz авсан. Fabian Ruiz сотон тоглолтод дэжээ.
And that was the offside, but
talented
young man. Uzii.
Залвэ залч та.
Good save at full stretch.
Yeah, Fabian Ruiz got involved standing in an offside position, but the Doué shot would certainly have counted if it hadn't been saved. Take the throw in from the correct spot. Nicked in by Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Dembele touch map would be interesting.
Honestly, they're so well drilled, Paris. One vacates a position, somebody else fills it.
Hakimi just slightly overran that.
Болчих шүү. Кивиор гоё шүү.
May profit
Martinelli.
Fabian Ruiz for
Хайчаасаа.
Paris.
No, алдаа биш шүү.
Martinelli, as he tried to make amends. It's a super challenge that by Fabian Ruiz to win it. Big save, big save.
Raya, good save. Башгүй хаалт.
He's got to adjust his feet.
Хөдөлгөөнийх нь яг уул нь эсрэг зогсон юм.
Then palm it away from Jonathan Neves.
Raya ч завгүй шүү. Ихний.
Timber here for Arsenal. Odegaard. João Neves after Vitinha's intervention. Scalia going long away toward Desiree Doué.
Doué кавара хоёр байраас болсон юм те. Эй. Гоё шүү. Одоо өөрсдийнхөө хэмнэлтэд оруулах хэрэгтэй. Алтаа.
Fabian Ruiz on Bukayo Saka.
Well, you can see what Arsenal are trying to do. They're trying to invite the pressure of Paris and then play round them. And at times they've got out, but at times they've been a bit fortunate that Paris haven't capitalised.
Mikel Merino finding
Declan Rice.
Here's Saka.
Бүр зүүндээ хаяад өчөж. Bye. Trossard. Hey.
Pirouette as João Neves arrived. João Neves then a little kick out in the direction of Miles Lewis Skelly, and it is a free kick to Arsenal.
Yeah. Манай ихтэй сандралтай орж ирчихээ гэдэг бол нэлээ хөөрөлттэй.
Lewis Skelly at 18 and Desiree Doué at 19, two of the most talented.
Одоо би арай гайгүй болж байгаа л үү.
So 9 minutes of normal time to go in this first half.
Санчес нэг болгочооч.
The set-piece coach of Arsenal will have been plotting and planning in the build-up to this semi-final first leg. It's Odegaard's delivery. Scalia, the first man.
Нэлээ нэрчлээ. Доор.
Unusual that Odegaard's delivery is not with the highest caliber.
Гоё гисэн дөө.
Well, the referee Slatko Vincic says not. Mikel Merino. And Arsenal say penalty. The referee's initial reaction was to wave it away.
11 харах юм шүү дээ.
Penalty, Steve. I'd like to see it again.
Харцгаая.
As the ball comes, it just looks like they go straight through the back. Oh no.
Яа, Мерино яг цогчсон, хойноос нь орчихсон.
I think it's another really good call from the referee. Can we see it better from this angle? I think he kicked.
Яа. Neves түрүүлээ бөмбөнд хүрсэн л юм л да.
So well.
That's how it seems.
Wow, it's him alone.
Albert Stuyvenberg, the long-time assistant to Mikel Arteta, with a shake of his head.
Цогцолтой бацаач. Ялч шүтрүүлээ үрдсэн л дээ.
It's a great challenge, actually.
It is a brilliant challenge. He had to get it right. I thought he'd gone through the back of him, but superb from Neves.
Саний тоглолоо нэлээд гоё л шүү. Мерино гоё.
Lewis Skelly,
Rice. Баранда Сака. Гоё алсан Сака.
He's so important.
Yeah, he really is, and in that game that
Сакагийн тоглолоо чухал шүү дээ.
Was it Dembele? It was Mendes. All sorts of problems, but you can see that they're trying to double up on him every time he gets the ball. But that's what he can produce. Not the shot at the end of it, but just that little bit of skill to get himself a yard.
William Pacho.
Нэлээд гоё доо. Гоё санарцаа Пачо. Saka.
Martinelli got there first. Saka touching it. Marino. Trossard.
дахиад Сака.
Saka. Saka again wriggling. Quite reaching. Oh, by a long way. Arsenal's best opportunity of the game.
Болж шүү залуучууд.
That's brilliant from Saka. It's exactly what we said. Get him involved.
Яа, Мартинелли савуулсан бол гол байлаа.
Little change. Was he slightly offside? I think he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
But superb from Saka. He's stretching everything.
Яа, Сакагийн гоё пас. Уул Мартинелли үрсэн биш үү? Жоохон үрсэн.
Martinelli really
Зүгээр.
nicking it away.
Болж юм. Одоо тоглолт гоё болж шүү.
It was William Pacho, I think, who didn't realise that Martinelli was creeping up behind him.
Yay. Хорошо.
Well, the first 20-25 minutes of this game unquestionably belong to Paris Saint-Germain. The next 20 minutes have been much more even, and you might even say that now, for the first time in the game, Arsenal are looking the more dangerous side.
Рая орсон тол.
Long from
Яа! Яа! Ойрхон мата гол орохгүй юм байна.
Yeah, it's another real opportunity. You could just
Гол орохгүй шүү.
times he's run really well. He's just got behind Cavaschelli.
Бэрийн угаад өгсөн. Trossard яа.
Live, the angle's too tight to shoot.
Хой цохих боломж бол харсан.
right now.
Сайн Тимэр.
We'll just be hoping they can get through to half-time.
Дахиад бөмбөгтэй.
Arsenal are asking some serious questions now of Paris.
Rice. Тимбэр яа тоглолтод. Raya. Yeah.
Mendes with Saka on his shoulder.
Ой, өөр онцсон шүү дээ.
Well, he went down. There was an arm on the back of Nuno Mendes. Saka is furious.
No.
I mean, it is in the modern game of foul.
Saka шар усш. Шаалта.
As well. But Nuno Mendes was very happy to hear the whistle.
He's really lucky, I think, here. Mendes, he's trying to shield the ball. I think he just trips himself. And then it was probably just a reaction why he's got the yellow card. No foul there for me.
шүүч хитрхи юм байна. Энэ дээр чараа завцсан л да Сака. За илүү зөвлөл гаргачлаа да бүм. Зарслалынхаа шатцсан л байгаа юм байна ямарчсан. Гэтэ зүгээр. Фокус шүү залгчууд. Болон фокус. Ой шүү Timber. Алта.
It's an Arsenal free kick and a yellow card for Achraf Hakimi.
Yes, shout out Hakimi.
I think that's probably just for a number of fouls, isn't it? I think he had a talking to moments earlier. But yeah, good play there from Timber.
No attempt to play the ball from Hakimi. So Saka, Trossard and Hakimi are in the book at the moment. Lewis Skelly, Rice. Jabbed forward by Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Jean Neves couldn't get it over the top, which was just as well.
Alta. Marquinhos alta.
Mikel Merino.
Яа, ямар өндөр темптэй тоглож байна.
Bukayo Saka scored against Paris Saint-Germain here on match day 2 of the league phase in Arsenal's 2-0 win. Kai Havertz got the other.
Ой шүү Lewis Skelly. Yo! Martinelli!
Superb save by Donnarumma.
Yo, Martinelli.
How many times have we said that during the course of this Champions League?
Yo, ийм гоё пас. Юу болчихваа?
How good is that from Miles Lewis Skelly? Gets himself into those central areas on a regular basis, but then it's just the quality and the composure. Should Martinelli score there? He's in a great position. He's aiming for that far thing to do, but just can't get it enough into the corner. Really good play from Arsenal. Should have probably been 1-1 now.
And he made a couple of outstanding saves in the second leg of the quarter-final. Denying Yuri Tielemans from a header. I remember I thought that was probably the pick of the bunch. That's another really good stop from the Italian. And the referee, Slavko Vincic, blows his whistle on an absolutely engrossing first 45 minutes in which Ousmane Dembele has scored the only goal as early as the 4th minute of the game, and Paris were absolutely dominant in the first half of the first half, but Arsenal roared back, and Luis Enrique grateful to Donnarumma for keeping them in front. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1.
This match is brought to you by Mastercard. UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Martinelli болон заахад очоос хойш минутаар нэлээд сайн тоглолоо Арсенал.
I'm sure you are. What a first half we have seen. It has ebbed and flowed. By the end of it, we really didn't want it to end. The visitors lead by 1-0.
Эхний 15 минут яг нэг хүлцсэн юм шиг харагдчихлаа.
Is brought to you by Mastercard.
UEFA
Champions League sponsor.
Яг тэр байдлыг ашиглаж Paris Saint-Germain шууд ихний тоглохоо орог болоо болчихлоо. 2-р үе бол нэлээд сонирхолтой л болох маань явчихсан.
Trends don't stop. Stay undefined.
Сэлгээ 70-аас хойш харах юм бол да 65 ч юм уу 65-аас харах.
अलग हो जा। एसिडिटी लिक्विड इसमें तो टाइम लगेगा। एसिडिटी के कारण दुनिया वेट करेगी क्या? जल्द राहत के लिए सिर्फ इनो काम शुरू सिर्फ 6 सेकंड्स में। उड़ जा इनो ऑन एसिडिटी गॉन।
आपकी सफलता की उड़ान का रनवे चारूसत चरोतर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। चूज चारूसत, चूज सक्सेस।
क्योंकि आप कई सालों से हमें बारीक कारीगरी की रीत से सजाते आ रहे हो, इसीलिए शुक्रिया शुक्रिया शुक्रिया
शुक्रिया। बारीक कारीगरी की रीत जो बनाए सोने को सेनको खुशियों की रीत।
हीरा खुश हुआ।
अब मैं कैरेट नहीं 24 कैरेट हूँ।
टमाटर यम यम हो गया।
क्योंकि इसमें है रियल इंग्रेडिएंट्स का रियल टेस्ट।
Del
Monte dressings.
Made
by chefs, loved by all.
Сүүлд л үнэхээр чаас хойшлын үнээр яг тоож хэллээ манай. Хасаа өмччихсэн айл илүү байна. За. Гол оруулсан харлаа. Let's go guys.
This match is brought to you by FedEx, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
The difference maker in the tie so far, Ousmane Dembele. 45 games played, 45 goal contributions this season for the Frenchman. Enrique, his tactics worked to the team for the first half of the first half, but then Arsenal grew into the game at the halfway mark. In the first leg, a PSG lead by 1-0. And trust me, if you're just tuning in, you've missed a great game so far in the company of the gentleman over here. Robin, we told you so. We told you so. The Dembele drops deep. We told you so. He creates, and he did that.
Absolutely. I think it was cut, copy, paste of the attacks that we've seen Dembele usually link up, and exactly how PSG wanted to or would have wanted to start the game with Dembele dropping deep. You can see the runners already on their bikes to get into the box, and Dembele, to me, it's the timing of releasing the ball, attracting defenders towards him, and then Kvaratskhelia or Kvaradona doing the rest. But take nothing away from the finish. There were bodies in the middle to find that little bit of a gap to get the opener. That too in 3 minutes of the game. It's unbelievable. The amount of space Dembele got in that middle of the park from Arsenal is illegal, to be honest. And then he still had a lot to do, just holding his position, not running. In my opinion, if I can critique the Arsenal defense, they had to close him down. Somebody had to come down. If it was the midfielders, they had to close him down. It could have been Kiwior, it could have been Saliba, but that amount of space to a man as lethal as him and the form that he's in, illegal, but a good goal.
The first 15-20 minutes, it was all PSG, and Muktesh, they could have had a penalty as well. What are your thoughts, Kvaradona?
I think that was not a penalty. Like, I mean, I get it that he was being held, but I think that wasn't just enough to stop his momentum. He tried to sell it the best way possible, but I think if that would have been given, it would have been a little bit soft to be given. We have all seen all kind of penalties being given in football.
Yeah.
But I think like we are watching the replay right here, and it did go in the space. He was very clever to feel the touch, go down dramatically. But I think the referee knows, man, what kind of a touch is required to pull a player down, and what is just enough to be sold, and he was just being smart enough.
We're seeing visuals again. It's the first 20 odd minutes, Kishan. I think it was all PSG. Was your heart in your mouth during this?
Yeah, and I think almost more than 70% possession at the close to the 20-minute mark. At one point, I was just craving for the ball. Just give us the ball for some time. It just felt like they were playing amongst themselves. But like I was saying earlier when we were watching the match, I've seen especially Covert Arsenal. Yeah. It was painful watching Covert Arsenal's defense, and I got like a little bit of trauma flashback from that. But I think we really grew into the game. We got like a few really good opportunities after that.
Yeah. Did you deserve a penalty? Because Mirena was brought down as well. I think it was the 37th minute mark. There we go. Yeah, it was the 37th minute mark. Arsenal had a shout as well.
Yeah, I don't think that was a penalty. I feel like he got to the ball first. Like he said, maybe it was extremely soft if given. We've seen all sorts of penalties given, but I personally don't think it was a penalty.
Yeah, he's a very honest Arsenal fan. He's saying it's not a penalty, but he did get the ball, Muktesh.
Yes, he did. As you can see very clearly, he got the ball first. The follow-up leg did hit Merino, and he was obviously trying to feel the touch in the box. We all know what strikers do in today's time. Yeah. But yes, man, in the beginning of the game, the way PSG was, man, it was...
They dominated. It was absolute chaos in the beginning of the game, and they just had control. Then Arsenal didn't have an answer. We knew that they're going to start all guns blazing in the first 15 minutes, and that's exactly what PSG did. They had about 75% possession in the first 13 to 15 minutes, and that's not easy against a team like Arsenal. So hats off to them.
But uske baad something changed, because I think from the 25th minute odd mark they created loads of chances, but this was the moment, Robert. It should have been 1-1, right?
Listen, I've called it 2-1, so I'm happy to see a goal. But Donnarumma getting a strong hand. No Arsenal player could be being able to come on the rebound. But credit again, PSG have stood strong. Arsenal building up into the game in the latter part of the first half, and this could have been a goal. Great. I think the two goalkeepers in the first half have kept their teams in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Krishna.
Another standout performer for me has been Timber. I think first 20 minutes he's a little bit out of rhythm. Yeah. 4-5 fouls, which I'm glad he didn't get a yellow card for. But after that, I feel like he's been a little solid at the back, and that's been really important because we lost possession a lot the first 20 minutes, and that's very dangerous for a team like PSG.
Goalkeepers unit is going to be represented because Raya also made a really good save, and the game could have been done, Muktesh, because this is when PSG were dominating. There's Redoué on the left. What a strong hand, Muktesh.
I think that if that goal would have went in, that would have changed the entire landscape of the match. Like, we saw Arsenal making a comeback in sort of momentum phase in the second half of the first half. But if that would have went in, you never know, man. Would they have the courage? Would they have the will to fight back after being 2-0 down in the first 30 minutes? But
this was a very important moment time hai, because agar ye goal chale jata to Arsenal they would have had their backs against the wall, but बहुत ही बढ़िया save निकाला. But something changed, Robin. हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि halfway mark of the first half, Arsenal started being more physical. They started to play emotionally, और वहाँ से ही chances आए.
I think think about a pressing team is they sort of play destructive football when they're trying to press. This could have been an opportunity, but even if Martinelli got a touch on that, he would have been called offside. But I think their biggest opportunities again are coming from set pieces. So PSG have to be very careful of Arsenal on set pieces. But apart from that, they've grown into the game, but that is bound to happen because the high pressing football, it's not going to be sustainable for 45 minutes, and over 90 minutes it will be an issue if PSG keep playing like that. The bench strengths might come into play in the second half of the game if they have to keep pressing like this.
We'll speak about the bench strength in a few minutes' time because we're edging closer to the second half in North London. It's been a great first 45. If you're a neutral, you would absolutely enjoy it. Dembele silencing the home crowd. What a start for PSG. They were cruising, they were creating all the chances, but the tide did turn in favor of Arsenal. They wouldn't want the half-time whistle to sound, but it did. The visitors lead 1-0.
This match is brought to you by MasterCard, UEFA Champions League sponsor. Kadabra, अलग हो जा. Acidity. Liquid? इसमें तो टाइम लगेगा. एसिडिटी के कारण दुनिया वेट करेगी क्या? जल्द राहत के लिए सिर्फ इनो काम शुरू सिर्फ 6 सेकंड्स में. उड़ जा. इनो ऑन, एसिडिटी गॉन.
Хэмжижээд өтөрөө эхлүүлээ да.
क्योंकि आप कई सालों से हमें बारीक कारीगरी की रीत से सजाते आ रहे हो, इसीलिए शुक्रिया. शुक्रिया. शुक्रिया.
शुक्रिया. बारीक कारीगरी की रीत जो बनाए सोने को सेनको खुशियों की रीत.
Let's go.
Grab the new smooth lassi. You love it.
Trends don't stop. Stay undefined. Flipkart. Keep flipping.
Өдөр одоо эхлээд дэс гол хийчихвэл зүгээр юм. Нэг голыг тэнцүүлжүүл.
Sony Liv's coverage partner. Walked off by Viva.
This match is brought to you by FedEx, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
45 goal contributions in 45 games for Ousmane Dembele. He separates both the sides. Arsenal have a crucial second half coming up. They want to take the game into Paris, be active in it. At the moment, 1-0 for PSG.
This match is brought to you by FedEx, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
There's a great intensity
Come on.
about the game, about the occasion, the atmosphere.
Jasny College.
So much talent on display. Luis Enrique was actually the last coach to win the Champions League with Barcelona. It's not impossible that he might face up against his old club, but there's a lot of water to pass under a lot of bridges before then. So Slavko Vincic is ready. There have been no half-time substitutions. It's Arsenal who will get the second half underway.
Come on, bounce.
Here we go.
Sit.
Good header by João Neves, who's Marino. The referee has awarded Arsenal a free kick, and set pieces were a real source of joy for Arsenal. Well, not joy, that might be over-egging it, but certainly encouragement for Arsenal in the first half.
Yeah, we know that Arsenal are very good at set pieces, so they will certainly look at this as an opportunity for a shot on target. But yeah, Neves just led with the arm there.
Well, an early goal for Paris in the first half. An early goal for Arsenal in the second half is what these home supporters crave.
Just riser school хэрэгтэй. Odegaard-ийн пас муу. Okay, rice гоо. Riser school. Хөдөлгөөн бүгдээр ерөөсөө riser school. 100 гараар өгсөн. Rice. Goal! Yes! Yes! Vamos! Nick. Mikel Merino. Yeah, right. Үзчих штэ. Оншуу салвч та. Тимээ, ти. Rice-аар л явуулчихсан. Оншуу.
What a start for Arsenal. It's exactly what they would have wanted. Merino will get the plaudits.
Merino
heads it downwards, but it's all about the delivery for me. Declan Rice absolutely puts it on his head. Brilliant header right into the
pass.
Whether he was on or offside, however, there is a check going on. As Declan Rice made contact with that ball, it's about whether Mikel Merino was the wrong side of the Paris defensive line or not. Marquinhos was very quick to complain. And this is a weighty pause indeed. Wow, this is tense.
Please.
Let's have a look.
It looks like they were in line.
Yeah.
May just have been playing him on. But it is extremely tough.
Which goal it has judged today?
Now this is nerve shredding for everybody. I think if anyone's playing him on, it's Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, and I think it's the way he's sort of leaning back, isn't he?
Come on.
Looked like a really good line, but it's obviously difficult for us to see from our angle.
Can't really second guess it. Here we go.
Goal.
It's no goal. It's offside. Well, it was hugely tight.
Yeah,
well, the semi-automated offside system does its job. Mikel Merino was in an offside position.
Offside there.
Paris won.
God, таацсангүй. Зүгээр. Саний бол маш хэрэгтэй байлаа да. Зүгээр энэс ил болонгүй юм болж чадна.
I think I can safely promise you that. Jean Neves forward, cut out by Mikel Merino, the man who thought he had his name on the score sheet. For a guy who said he never played up front since he was about 8. He's actually I know he's not playing up front today, but he has a sequence of a good 10 to 12 games for Arsenal played up front and done it pretty well.
He's done brilliant, and he seems to just get better game by game, and he was certainly learning that role. He's just that real focal point and presence up there. Obviously, we know what he can do in the yeah, he's certainly done a job for them.
Just confirmation of that yellow card for Jean Neves. That was for the very early challenge on Mikel Merino prior to the disallowed goal. Another header well won. Rice in form. Touching it down. Trossard saw his shot blocked by Marquinhos. Comes away. Kivio's shot hit Pacho. Marquinhos clearance. Tellingly maybe no appeals for handball from Arsenal players, but certainly some from Arsenal fans. Paris have a throw-in. Going to be taken eventually. And now they have another. Well, you can only imagine as a coach what you go through, both Arteta and Luis Enrique, when a decision of such importance is being cogitated by the video assistant referees and the technology, of course, and you have to trust the technology, and he did look offside, and that's the way it was. I suppose what I'm saying is that these coaches look so healthy, and I don't really know how. Saint-Germain throw, Fabian Ruiz to Marquinhos. Desiree Doué. Doué. Oh, fantastic. Taken away from him by Declan Rice. Really good defending because Kivio stepped in. Well, Desiree Doué plucked from Rennes by Paris Saint-Germain in the summer. Looking last season like a kind of raw-looking talent. Played in the Olympics, actually, Paris Olympics for France, under Thierry Henry, of course, great Arsenal striker. What a player he is.
Out there, aren't they? Paris Saint-Germain keep the ball, be patient, wait for that space to exploit.
Arsenal need to try and create chaos, and Paris need to try and avoid it. Dembele. Fabian Ruiz used his body well. Hakimi, and his route is just blocked off by Kivio. I think Arsenal's Polish central defender deserves a mention too, because you know, Gabriel's injury was so ill-timed in their aspirations for the season. Kivio not played a lot of football since he joined the club, but actually he's been solid since he's been called upon.
Rice.
Yeah, he really has.
Trossard!
Donnarumma does it again.
Oh no! Trossard!
It's another brilliant save from Donnarumma, but this is what
Arsenal. He's
playing a little bit deeper. We're not seeing as much. Just the right weight of pass.
Donnarumma дахин л харчлаа.
To touch from Donnarumma. Again, Big break. Donnarumma and another top save.
Brilliant save. More frustration for Arsenal. 10 minutes of the
자, тэгвэл эндээс гол орж.
Another Arsenal set piece.
Match.
Trusted at the back post. It's Desiree Doué. Might be a break on here. That was a header that had to be won by Odegaard. It was, but it's been brought back for a free kick to Paris Saint-Germain near to their own penalty area, I think.
Yeah, just ямар гоё боломж алдчихваа.
Yeah, it's just for that foul there. No advantage.
Well, the competition to be the world's best goalkeeper is a pretty good one. There are some outstanding goalkeepers around, and he is right in that conversation, right in it. Saliba managing to get out of the hole, which was
Timber, come on.
and Timber scampering forward here for Arsenal.
Saka.
Nicked away cleanly. It's a good challenge that. João Neves won it, now they've lost it. Odegaard trying to poke.
Юу сайн алдаа бохгүй юм.
Well, Neves does it ever so well here, doesn't he? Just nicks it off Saka just as he's about to shoot.
Наас. Хараалаа гэж.
Kivio. Martinelli trying to run in behind Marquinhos, who always seem to have the measure of that.
Hey. Сандарцсан ач.
Despite the stumble. Doué, Lewis Skelly.
Гош.
Free kick is as well.
Төгсгөл зүгээрээ спорт. Никол хийнэ. Никол мэдэрч.
Full of tricks, isn't he? Lovely little trick, but then Skelly reads it and just that little pull of the arm wins his team a free kick.
And Declan Rice is going to take it.
Rice, баруунда Сакад.
In the direction of Bukayo Saka.
Timber.
Timber's clip ball in, took a touch off the head of Vitinha. Here's Hakimi. With Doué running ahead of him. Desiree Doué and Lewis Skelly together. Again.
PSG.
Dembele's little layoff to João Neves, who's been a fantastic addition for Paris. Here's Hakimi. Dembele. Oh, clever little ball. Great challenge.
Oh, shoot. Good tackle.
Hakimi. Brilliant. Right off on his travels. Good challenge by João Neves. What a great challenge that was.
Brilliant challenge. He's got to time it to perfection.
Яа, Салибагийн таckle амар өрчлөө.
Lovely play, lovely build up from Paris Saint-Germain.
Thomas Partey watching from on high.
Thomas Partey Kayavs.
For this one. He won't be suspended for the second leg.
Хоёр тоглолтыг үзэж
It's a
байна.
loss, isn't it? Because it just stops
Come on,
Declan Rice
Tulsa.
from playing in that 8 role where we see him, the energy getting forward. He's had to play a little bit deeper tonight.
Ой пас шүү.
William Pacho, Marquinhos. It's tight.
Тасчаачтай Мартинелли.
Well, and he's drawn a foul. Marino. But you know what, Sue, for all the terrific talent in the Paris squad, and you know, very hard to find any weaknesses. Perhaps my favourite almost is Vitinha.
Yeah.
Who probably doesn't get mentioned all that much amongst the, you know, glory moments for Paris Saint-Germain, but he's an unbelievable number 6. He is.
Yes.
The energy is incredible.
Yeah, he's such a brilliant technician as well. Reads the game so well.
Oh, now here's Kvaratskhelia, who's misjudged. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia went to ground and Timber's done well. QBL just slightly overran that. No, they're lucky. Speared into Dembele. If he controlled that, it was one-on-one.
Өөртөө юм л тоглолтод оруулах хэрэгтэй юм да.
Trossard doing well.
Голд бүр ерөөсөө найруулгад л нэг л дутаарагдаад ах юм.
And again to get away from Marquinhos. Timber for Ødegaard. Saka. Ødegaard. Trossard. Marino is blocked by João Neves. He's played a risky pass there. Something off the ball involving Miles Lewis Skelly, I think, one of the Paris players going down. Here's Dembele. Doué. Remarkable, really, that Paris Saint-Germain here in the semi-finals with the first leg advantage as we stand. Only one of their first 5 games in the league phase, and that was a last-minute own goal in the Parc des Princes against Girona on match day 1. They beat them 1-0, lost here to Arsenal, drew at home to PSG Eindhoven, lost at home to Atletico Madrid, and then at Bayern Munich. Not many people would have conceived that they could get here at that stage. It's a long game, though.
Just seems to have really hit form at the right time.
João Neves, strangely, putting the ball out of play. Arsenal throw. Marino. Saka. Ødegaard with a bit of room. Finding Marino a bit more room. Marino's ball into the box. It's hardly been an attacking force, Kvaratskhelia, in the second half. Declan Rice. Well retrieved by Martinez. Lewis Skelly on the run here, getting away from uzii. Saka.
No. Yeah, that was sweet.
Saka is quick to close down the Georgian. Ousmane Dembele.
Done that a little bit better, Arsenal, where Dembele's dropped in, one of the centre-backs has gone with him and not really allowed him to turn and influence the game as much as he did in that first half.
Donnarumma. Well, he'll be thinking about all kinds of things, amongst them, no doubt, whether he is going to make any changes in terms of players who might change the game in an attacking sense on his bench. Really, it's
There's not
too many options there, is there? The other one is Ben White, I suppose. I know he's a defender, but he obviously contributes.
Sympathy going for Dembele around North London at the moment. Well, it is beautifully poised. Certainly beautifully poised if you're a fan of Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe not beautiful for Arsenal, but it's certainly intriguing. Arsenal will feel, I suspect, Sue, that they've done enough in the game now to feel that they're unlucky that they're still behind.
Yeah, I think after that sort of shaky start from them, they certainly built their way into that first half and could have equalised, and then second half they've again certainly created opportunities. This is the goal, isn't it, that separates them. Brilliant finish. It was just that little bit of space that he could aim at, and it's exactly what he does. Precision.
Well, that goal came an hour and 5 minutes of playing time ago, and
PSG Dembele's
whatever it is has troubled Ousmane Dembele. It's troubling enough that he is replaced, and that is not what Paris Saint-Germain would want. No disrespect to Barcola, who's a very fine player, but Dembele is not the man you want to see make way.
Probably have to reshuffle a little bit there, whether uzii will go
Ben White
Barcola out wide.
Well, looks like you might have called it right.
Ben White.
It's an option for Arteta.
Just slightly more attacking, isn't he, than Timber. That right-hand side of him, Saka and Ødegaard combine really well.
Yeah, but now Barcola's on.
Yeah, I know, yeah. True.
With fresh legs.
Maybe that's why he sat back down.
Well, we'll see. 20 minutes of the first leg to go. Doué muscled out of it. Saliba stretching his legs. At the moment it's Barcola on the right, Kvaratskhelia on the left, and Desiree Doué as the number 9 for Paris Saint-Germain, but it's more about Arsenal going forward just at the moment with their number 8, Martin Odegaard, finding Leandro Trossard. Martinelli scooping a good ball in, Vitinha with the clearing head. Saliba. Delicately floated to Timber. Odegaard. Now there's a little bit of space. Odegaard into Timber. 4 in the box for Arsenal. Odegaard, that's too close to Donnarumma. Well, it was always very unlikely that either side would have this two-legged tie all but one after the first leg. If it stays like this, quite clearly Paris would be favourites on home turf in the second leg. Insurmountable. Well kept in, but the effort of doing so from Timber meant he couldn't control the headers and attempt to lob David Raya, which is well off target from Kvaratskhelia.
He's got the ability to do that. He just sees David Raya slightly off his line. Can't get it on target though.
So he might have his pocket picked there by Neves. Good ball out to Timber. Saka. His weight on the wrong foot then momentarily, but it's okay from Arsenal's point of view. Saka for Odegaard, Odegaard for Kvaratskhelia. Mendes won it cleanly enough. Rebounds off Martinelli. Mikel Arteta is orchestrating the crowd, imploring more volume, yet more volume.
PSG's CEO'чрээд
Gonzalo Ramos Gonzalo Ramos will play down the middle. Kvaratskhelia and Barcola will go wide.
Marteta.
The threat that comes from the Portuguese international, even though he's not part of the front 4 that routinely are involved, he still has 15 goals this season. Bukayo Saka. Trossard. Saka.
Saka
went to the near post. Donnarumma went down and made the save, but the flag I think has gone up on the far side. Wouldn't have counted.
It's clever from Saka though. He tried to just do something slightly different. Straight offside. But as the ball comes back to Saka, this is brilliant. Lovely quick feet, and he just thinks instead of going across the goalkeeper, I'm just going to try and catch him out at his near post, but there's no catching Donnarumma out tonight.
Donnarumma ч ямар амар хаалт хийж байна.
Oh, that cannoned off an Arsenal player. Gonzalo Ramos is off after this. It's Barcola for Paris Saint-Germain. And it's over the top from João Neves, and that is a real let-off for Arsenal.
Yeah, sloppy from Arsenal, and straight away, Paris Saint-Germain straight to attack. Brilliant there, just a little layoff to Barcola, and just expect him to hit the target. Just leans back, gets underneath it, and over the bar.
It was Kivior's attempted clearance which cannoned into Mikel Merino. Here's Trossard. Mikel Merino. That goal disallowed right at the start of this second half for offside, rightly so, but tight. Saka. Martin Ødegaard for Kivior. Martinelli curling toward the back post, brought down by Fabian Ruiz for Paris Saint-Germain.
Ясууч тавчихгүй.
Feeds a Kvaratskhelia. No need to hurry for the visitors.
Л уусаал яарахгүй шүү дээ.
Arsenal have found the back of the net in each of their last in all competitions. It's not often that they're shut out, and they're not shut out yet either, but here's Kvaratskhelia. Dangerous this, he's got right underneath it.
Артета сэлгээ оруулж ирэхгүй.
They have not stopped. I wonder if there's a ballot, and the one who gets the short straw is the one who has to stand up with his back to the game. Orchestrating this support, but missing the match.
Шир тэгж өндөрлж шахалт. Ингээ өөрсдийн болоод.
You have to say with 10 minutes to go that Luis Enrique's side have demonstrated again tonight.
Still PSG илүү паслцсан.
Accomplished football team they are.
Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant going forward, but also defensively. You see how they get back into shape and say to Arsenal, "We'll come and break them down." And
ихний сэлгээ гэсэн чинь Ben White.
Ben White will be on shortly. Declan Rice.
Яагаад Ben White гэж? Хиний оронд тийм бүрөө
Jakub Kivior. Kivior's curling ball, trying to find Martinelli. Just off the mark. Vitinha. The drums beat on for Paris Saint-Germain. Barcola, João Neves, William Pacho. Hakimi. Vitinha, Barcola, Hakimi. Vitinha again.
야, 저 멋있다.
Here comes the change. It is Timber who is replaced by Ben White. Straight positional swap. The Englishman coming on. He's been troubled of late by a niggly knee injury. Ben White. He hasn't played very much football at all, really, since around about November time.
Мартинеллиг ч юм уу суулгаад нөгөө нарыг оруулах ш.
Nuno Mendes forward.
Тросартыг авчиж тээ.
White's first contribution is the defensive header. Barcola. Gonzalo Ramos back into Bradley Barcola, in on goal and wide of the post. And that's an enormous letdown. Because if they go to Paris 1-0 down, it's difficult. If they go to Paris 2-0 down, it's nigh on impossible.
This is brilliant though. I think he's just onside. I don't know if it's Ben White maybe playing him on. Barcola does so well. Him and Ramos link, but it's the movement, it's the way that they're so slick in that, so slick in the passing, in the movement, and it's just the finish that Barcola can't get right. Everything else was brilliant.
Well, as it stands, Paris Saint-Germain are in the box seat, but if that had gone in, then Arsenal would have been looking at a huge deficit to try and overturn in the Parc des Princes. Not huge numerically, maybe two, but losing at home is not something Paris do very often. Marquinhos over the top, and the flag has stayed down. Gonzalo Ramos here, and he's hit the woodwork. Well, twice in the space of 2 or 3 minutes.
Like you said, how effective. Again, it would have been really tight, but what a touch this is. Knows exactly where the goalkeeper is and just tries to toe poke it, doesn't he? Over the top of Raya. You just watch it there. Goes straight over the top. So unlucky, but what a touch and what a run.
Wow. Well, those misses could be hugely significant. Even more so if Arsenal to find an equaliser in what remains of this game. Can you imagine? Here's Saka for Ødegaard. Gonzalo Ramos who hit the bar for Scalia.
It's
a lovely clip ball. Hakimi swift. Marina. Play on, says Slavko Vincic, our referee. Rice does so.
ганцхан тогтвол алдаа. Зогш. What?
He's saying it's inside the box. Referee says it's not.
I don't think it is.
Юу алдаа өстэй.
Tries to get himself in the box. It's a definite foul.
Тийм л үү. За үнийг хийчих.
With a great opportunity.
Rest from Google. Rest from.
Well, practice makes perfect. And one thing you know Arsenal do an awful lot of down at their training ground is practice set pieces. I wonder if he is thinking at all from that angle of whether he can beat Donnarumma in the way he beat Courtois twice. In that net, of course. Declan Rice for Arsenal, 87.5 minutes played. Into the crowd. Scaling.
He was just trying to get it into an area with pace, wasn't he? And it could have gone anywhere, just ricocheted off Marino.
2 minutes of normal time to play. Nuno Mendes. Scalia. Couldn't quite keep the ball in play, Bukayo Saka. And another change. Zaire Emery is coming on for João Neves. Had a terrific game, João Neves, again, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. The midfield three, really, for Paris Saint-Germain. Not only are they technically so gifted, but it's the work rate and energy off the ball. Tremendous.
So Zaire Emery on into the 90th minute of the first leg of the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Time is not Arsenal's friend here. Skied by Nuno Mendes, Arsenal throw. Substitution, Ranieri is coming on for Odegaard.
Яа, Артетагийн сэлгээ аим одж орж ирлээ.
Not much time for the youngster, but you'd only reluctantly take off your skipper, especially such a talented one. But Ranieri just might do something special. He's done it before. 5 added, minimum thereof. Kivior for William Saliba. Bukayo Saka. Looking for Martinelli, finding only Hakimi, who plays safety first. Arsenal will have a throw in.
Hold.
Luis Enrique is leaping desperately in his technical area, trying to impart some advice to Gonzalo Ramos, I think. Here's Ben White. Raya made to hurry because Barcola closed him down. Came off the back of Nuno Mendes. Fabian Ruiz is there. Three minutes to go. Vitinha taken away from him. Ranieri, high and wide. Well, he did do something special.
Yeah, he did. It was nicked brilliant here by Declan Rice. Could have given the foul, but just that. Couldn't get shot on target, Martinelli. Build-up play was great. It was just that finish.
Well, Arsenal's suspended and injured is a fairly lengthy list. It's hurt them this season, the injuries that they've had long term. They're not done yet though. Saka for Trossard.
Yes.
Marino for Rice, Rice for White, White for Ranieri. Ben White. Gonzalo Ramos, Scalia losing out to Declan Rice. Holding off Gonzalo Ramos. Finding Jakub Kiwior. Back in to Rice. Martinelli. This might be Arsenal's first corner kick of the game. There he is, the set piece coach. Is the man who masterminds these situations. What do they have up their sleeve here, and can they execute it? Last minute of added time.
Match.
Back post it goes, and the whistle goes too. And Donnarumma is in a heap. Arteta is making sure that his set-piece coach does not talk himself into some sort of sanction.
I think was it Ben White? It wasn't very much, was it?
Ben White. Yeah.
Usually any touch on the goalkeeper.
Well, they came with such great expectations, such high hopes. And Arsenal may yet.
Хараа тоглолт төрлөөч дээ.